Select characters who have no homeworld listed. So that's just going to introduce you to a new little function here. Let's just keep copying these. It's much easier. Uh, Select characters who have no homeworld listed. Select main name and homeworld. And we want to filter. Let's just take all these out real quick. Filter is not homeworld. So there's our all characters that a homeworld. Find all characters whose species name includes the substring Uki. Probably guess who we're looking for there. Chewbacca is dead. So select homeworld, pipe. This is another string R function, string detect. And what we're looking for in is species. And we're looking for is Wookiee. Because we're not certain how you spell Wookiee. So, okay. Let me drop our table command in here. Pipe it in. Chewbacca Wookiee. Kashyyyk. Powerful Wookiee. Kashyyyk. Chewbacca and his dad. Powerful was a great general in the Clone Wars. Create a new column that joins species in homeworld. Separate them with a colon. I'm going to use another string R function for this. So Star Wars pipe, select. Let's take this one again. Name species homeworld. Uh, we're going to use a mutate for this one. So mutate allows you to transform an existing column or create a new one. So we want to mutate. We'll call it spec world. We're going to make a new column. Equals. And it's the string R function, string underscore C for concatenate. Species, comma homeworld. And here you put a separator, what you want between them. And so that's our colon. And pipe that in. So now we have a new column called spec world, human colon Tatooine, droid colon Naboo, etc., etc. Uh, Now, if we wanted to combine the name and homeworld columns into a single column called name homeworld, separated by a hyphen. So I'm going to use a different, this is a dflyr and not a string R function. I'm going to say unite. And our new column is going to be called name underscore homeworld. And it's going to consist of name and homeworld. And our separator will be a dash, space dash space. And we're going to remove those 10 A's again. And we'll pipe that in. And then we'll select name underscore home world. So we can select the column we just created in the statement above. And on that one, let's just take a look at the head. And you've got to spell everything correctly. So, name homework Luke Skywalker dash Tatooine through Leia Organa dash Alderaan. Make a first name column, hit use a regular expression. So that tells me I just want to extract the first name. So Star Wars, pipe, select the name, and then mutate first name, create a new column called first name, equals string underscore extract. This is a string R function. Name and a regular expression. Hat, bracket, hat, space, plus. So extract everything before the first space. Before the first space. One time. Extract everything before the space one time. And we should be able to run that. And first name Luke, Darth, Leia, Owen, Baru, Obi-Wan. Make first and last name columns. If the character has more than two names, concatenate the extra name as one string. If only one name, leave last name as NA. So these are getting a little more difficult. So here we could say Star Wars, pipe it in. We really want it. We're going to break it. What? We're going to break up name. So let's just choose name. We want to split it into first and last name columns. I'm going to use separate. That's a dplyr function. Separate and unite. Unite. What I'm going to separate is name. Then I'm going to separate it into equals, pass a list, vector. I'm going to separate it into first name and last name. And then my separator is going to equal space. And whatever's left, I want the extra part. I want to merge it. So if there's more than one If there's more than two names, it'll take the second and third or so on and merge them into one. Extra equals merge. We don't want to fill it from the right. Those arguments have to be in quotes. Extra equals merge. Fill equals right. 1, 2, 1, 2. Missing something here. Unexpected token. There we go. Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, so we did that fine. And then where Baru had three names, it listed Baru as the first name and Aunt Baru as the first name and White Son Lars as the second name, concatenated them. Okay, take all droids, split them into two columns, one for unit, one for model number. For example, model R2 unit D2. Number 40, we're working our way through, aren't we? So here you can say Star Wars, pipe, select name, comma, species, filter species equals droid, pipe that in, and then we'll do a separate pipe, pipe that in, and we'll do a separate name into C, or list or vector here, model number, so these two new columns, model number and unit number. Then we want to separate them with a dash, and we want to fill. We want to separate them at the dash and fill right. So C3PO droid, R2 D2 droid, IG88 droid, BB8 only had one name. So you can see it separated into model and unit. I'm going to try to keep these to around 10 minutes. That's enough for this section. This is the way.